Thank you for coming in. First one in. Oh, I'm feeling better. I have been sick this week, and I'm finally starting to feel a little better. Hopefully things will keep going in the right direction. I tell you what, there are a lot of people in Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas that are messed up. The power's out, the internet's down, a lot of them don't have phone coverage. My friend David, who goes by Guru Dave, he sent me a message that didn't have any cellular. Uncle Al, Die Bullfrog 79. Thank you for coming in. NKP Heathen, thank you for coming in. So I'm thinking, Cold War Prepper Lee, good to see you in here. So I'm thinking that the hurricane might have created a few preppers. I know that after Harvey, and seeing what happened after Harvey and what I went through, it certainly turned me into a prepper. And I'd always been one that liked to be prepared, but I mean, I started taking it seriously. Nita's cooking show, 10 in the house. I've got 5 likes. If you have not left me a like, please leave me a like. I would appreciate it. Little Lone Prepper, thank you for coming in. So as I was saying, I have been sick, and I'm getting better. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling human again. I don't have a lot of energy. Food Forest Permaculture, thank you for coming in. Idaho Garden Girl, thank you for coming in. But I would think that the hurricane might have made a few preppers in Florida and Georgia. Sometimes it takes a good slap to wake somebody up. And I'd say that the hurricane was probably a good slap and a kick you nowhere. Unfortunately, there were a few people who've lost their lives, and that's always sad. You know, there are a few people who died in the storm that they've identified so far, that had a few casualties. It'll turn out to be more, but I mean, it'll be a while before they find out. 10 in the house, 9 likes. If you're in and you have not left me a like, please leave me a like. It'll help the channel out. Good manners. Appreciate it. 10 likes. Thank you. So, as I was saying, tragedy always has the way of teaching. Doris, thank you for coming in, Doris. Doris G. Vlog. Another good channel. I encourage everybody to connect. If you have not connected with the channels there, I encourage you to connect. I haven't been doing anything with my channel other than I have done my live streams, and I have done a post on my wall when I do to let you know I do have a live stream for those who do want a notification. But I have not been responding to comments. I haven't done any shorts. I haven't posted any by my community wall, any shout outs or anything. I've been sick this week, and I've been trying to concentrate on making it through the week with my job. I mean, I'm new in my position, 3 weeks into the school year, and just trying to survive at work. A lot of people have been out sick, and being new, it looks bad if at work for 2 weeks and all of a sudden you're going to take the week off. I don't think so. I've only done one this week. Family funeral tomorrow. Well, my condolences, then, to spend time on settling the state. I understand. Cats and Dreams. Thank you for coming in, Cats and Dreams. Cats and Dreams, please leave me a like. I would appreciate it. So, teaching is a ministry. And the Lord was referred to as teacher. Rabbi, the term rabbi, that's teacher. And it's one of the greatest callings you can have is to teach. Now, our generation has to teach the next generation. Whether you're a parent, whether you're, an educator, whether you're, member of the cloth, we have to teach. Hello, Hillbilly Josh. Thanks for coming in. So, part of my ministry, as we'll call it, is to teach preparedness. I was a scout. I was a scout for a couple of years. I got messed up after my father passed away, and I did not finish. I didn't, stay in it, get it in Eagle Scouts, so I didn't stay that long. But I did learn a lot, and my father, before he passed, taught me a lot. So I knew a lot about how to make a fire safely, how to do a impromptu lean-to, shelter type thing, how to kill something, how to field strip, gut something. And my father loved hunting and fishing, and he could catch fish when nobody else was catching fish. People would watch him. There would be people around fishing, and he'd be the only one catching fish, and people would be watching, what the hell, how the hell is he catching fish, But when it came to hunting, he wasn't the best hunter in the world. But when it came to fishing, man, he was the fish whisperer when it came to fishing. May he rest in peace. Living my best life. Thank you for coming in, Echo. So, as I was saying, how do you encourage somebody to do what's in their best interest that they don't want to? They don't take things seriously. You can research yourself, and you can get projections of what will happen if the grid goes down, and if food distribution and such goes down, and the predictions of what the aftermath will be as far as a population decline. And I'm not citing anything specifically. I'd say go look it up. Go look it up for yourself. But within 3 months, Alla Canada, Alla Canada. I will do what I can for you when I can. I've been sick. Um, and a lot of people are sick. You know, the corona thing's going around. And the corona is like a bad cold or light case of the flu. That's what the current variant is. But I just, you know, I've just been trying to survive. I've just been trying to survive. But I will tell you that you've got people, most people, a week after they can't get into the store, they're out of food. They're scrounging trying to find crumbs. If the water turns off, they'll be trying to find water, and they'll probably be drinking dirty water. And you get in a situation where you'll have people trying to get what other people have. They'll be trying to take what somebody else has. They'll be desperate. So I tell people, you better have a means to defend yourself. Well, I'll have pepper spray. I'll have pepper gel, and that's great one-on-one. What's going to happen if a group of people who have banded together are out looking for? Hello, Claudette. Thank you for coming. I'm feeling a little bit better, Claudette. I'm feeling a little bit better. Thank you for coming in. Alden A1 Gaming. I will tell you, I've been basically on a pause when it comes to when it comes to trying to do anything with my channel. Just make sure with spray that they are downwind. Yes, that's a common sense thing, and you have to tell people that. Make sure that they're downwind, with spray. I encourage everybody to get a good 20 gauge pump shotgun, like a Remington. Get a sleeve for it on the that'll hold an extra 5 or 6 rounds on the stock. Have a good strap on it. Triple lot buckshot. Triple lot buckshot. Have plenty of it. And then have a good pistol. 38 special, 357, 9mm. I like my mother's Lady Smith 357 with a 3-inch barrel. I've got plus P in it. I've got a couple of speed loaders. It's got a sentimental value because my mother used to shoot it. So as I was saying, adversity will make a person open their eyes sometimes. I'm tongue-tied tonight. Jimily Sarsosa, thank you for coming in. I will be getting back to posting on my community wall. I will have a 3-day weekend. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. So I'm going to do a lot this coming weekend. I'm planning on doing a lot. I have a premiere tomorrow, my 1,300 subscriber giveaway. It's at 7 p.m. It's a little less than 20 minutes. I did a lot of editing. I really hooked that one up, And it will premiere tomorrow at 7. Afterwards, I plan on going live for a little while. I normally don't on Fridays, but this week, just the way things turned out and the way I get things done, I was hoping to do it on Tuesday, but no, I set it for Friday. I'm past 1,400 right now. So what I did was, when I drew the names, I have 42, and I've linked 42 channels in that video. So there'll be 42 channels. They'll be getting a ping on that video when it releases. If they're not at the premiere, they'll get a ping. And those were channels that were qualified. I did a shout out and linked each one. And I went ahead and I drew two names. I drew the 1,300 subscriber winner, and I drew the 1,400 subscriber winner. So the next video I'll do is I'll do the 1,400. And then depending on whether I reach 15 or not, I may do a road to 1,500 or I may do a 1,500. Becoming dangerous. Thank you for coming in, Wayne. But I encourage you to make sure that you have a means to defend yourself. I've had people tell me, well, I got a taser. Okay. That's good. You got a taser. You think you're going to tase 5 people? And what if one of them's got a pistol? Or they got a shotgun? That taser going to take care of them? Is the pepper spray, the gel, going to take care of them if they're armed? There's several of them. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody. You need a 44? Well, I've got, I don't own a 44. I own a couple of 357s. And I try to exclusively, and I've got 357 ammunition, but I exclusively try to use plus P when I buy ammunition. And you know, I can also handle, I can load. I've got a loading, RCBS loading. I haven't done it in a while, but I will tell you, I've got all the components to load, and I don't have it set up to do it. I really need to. But I've purchased quite a bit of ammunition. And then always save your brass. Always save brass. You can reload it 6, 7, 8 times. So, I mean, I feel for those people. You should be praying for the people back east. 450,000, last count I had, I saw in the news, 450,000 homes were without power. And it may be a while. Up in northern. Yes, an experienced attacker will fight through pepper spray. I hope everybody, I hope everybody is able to get through what's going on. Susanna Morrison, proud single mom. Thanks for coming in, young lady. Susanna's got a good channel, and she is very supportive. If you support her, she will support you. I encourage you to join her channel if you have not done so. Reach out. Where's Bus Stop when you need him? I think he's joined with Susanna, but if you haven't, reach out to Susanna. She's got a good channel. Yes, I've got slugs, you know. Uh, I've got, I've got a 12 gauge pump, and it's double up buck, and I got a bunch of it, and I bought it at less than $1 a round. And I've got 20 gauge triple up buck. Normally, when you buy buckshot, you buy it in packs of 5, or you can buy it, and sometimes you'll buy it in a pack of 10. Yes, buckshot is certainly that. Old Fart Gaming, thanks for coming in, Old Fart. I tell you that I've been taking, I take blood pressure medication, and I take a anti-inflammatory. So when I need some extra help, I take Tylenol. So I've been having the chills and such, and I figure I had a little fever. So I've been taking Tylenol, and that'll knock the fever down if I had fever, and knocks the chills down. And I am feeling more human than I was. I love shotguns, but they are not the best for everyone. Most people would be better served by a compact pistol that allows them to open doors, grab kids, etc. Well, wish your sister a happy birthday for me. A pistol's good to have. It's good to have as backup, you know. When you're out there with your shotgun, you want to have a pistol in a holster that you can as backup in case you run out of ammunition or whatever from your shotgun. I'd also have a bandolier. I have a bandolier, and it'll hold 25 rounds. And you can wear it around the waist, or you can wear it around your chest, you know. And I keep extra ammunition. So, but I would think that, you know, if something happens and the grid goes down and it stays down for a while, you're going to have people coming trying to get what you have. They're going to be asked. They might ask, and then you might give them a little something other, or if you don't give them a little something other, they might try to take it from you. And you get in a situation where, you know, you don't want to get in a situation where you're under siege, you know, where they basically try to pick you off. And you got to watch out. Oh, I'm so sorry. She said stage 2 cancer. Well, God bless her. What is her name? Is she going through chemotherapy? Is that what's going on? Is why she's so sick? Because normally chemotherapy will make you really sick. Angel. Well, dear Lord in heaven, send your angel to help Angel. Send one of your minions to help Angel. May she completely recover. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm not blowing my horn, and this is more of an apology. I received a notice, you know, you get your analytics stuff, 864 different people this last week. 864 different people. And, you know, and people are viewing what you know, shorts, and they're viewing your videos, and they're viewing, you know, your wall or whatever. And everybody's making comments and all. I haven't been able to keep up with all that. I can't respond to all that. You know, it's not. I'm not being disrespectful to anybody. I'm not trying to make excuses. It's just I can't. I'm working now. When I wasn't working, I had a lot more time to spend doing a lot more, and I don't now. But I am going to try to up my game in the coming weeks. I'm in the process of trying to get monetized. Like the last 28 days, I've had 525, 26 hours of view time. And I'm hoping to be able to monetize by Christmas. You know, you have to be at over 4,000 watch hours. The other thing is, Joe, thank you for coming in, Joe. Joe Primal, thank you for coming in. But I also try to help other channels, and I talk to people, and I tell them what I know. I mean, information I share freely. My information doesn't cost you anything. Take it for what it's worth, you know. But I tell people what works for me, and I give people suggestions, you know. I'm not in competition with anybody. There are people who have been struggling to reach 1,000, and they're right there, and they just can't get over 1,000. And channels that were 200, 300, 400 ahead of me, and now I'm 200, 300, 400 ahead of them. You know. And I talk to some of these people, and I mean, I talk to them on the phone. We text. I watch their channel. I need to check on pastor friend of mine. He was like 4 or 5 short of 1,000. He just can't get over 1,000. And I've been encouraging people. I've been posting on my community wall. I've been encouraging people to subscribe him. Justin Green, he goes by God's Old Man. And I know there've been 1 or 2 other channels that have been trying to help him, and I do not know. There's something to be said about, there is a wall with that 1,000. There is a wall there that they, whatever, you know. But with me, I was at about 860 or so, 860, 870. And then over a period of about 2 weeks, I went from like 870 to 1,050, 1,060. I mean, I just had some spurts, and it just jumped, you know. And that's the way my channel has grown. No, I don't think your life does not suck. It should not suck. I mean, everybody goes through rough times. I tell you what, Fishing Queen, look at one of my videos, just a video, because I always leave in the description of my videos, I always leave my contact information. I leave my email address, I leave my P.O. box mailing address for my channel. If you will email me your phone number, I will text you this weekend, and I will ask when, if you're available to speak, and I'll talk to you, and we can talk. And I don't share out numbers, but I would be happy to talk to you. And I was a school administrator for 23 years, education for 30. I went back in education as a teacher. No, I did not want to be a principal again. No. But I do work with behaviorally challenged students. I have a background in special ed and journalism, and I have a couple of graduate degrees. And I'd be happy to talk with you. Well, I'm so sorry you lost your aunt. I mean, I'll tell you, All my family is gone. I have my wife, I have a daughter. I have one uncle I have not seen in close to 20 years. He's 92 years old. He's the baby of the family. My father was the eldest. He was 17 years older than his baby brother, my Uncle Howard. Uncle Howard's 92 years old right now. He's the last one. He lives in Georgia. So, I mean, I understand, you know, and it's painful losing people you care about. And I am sorry that your sister's in such a bad way. But, you know, stage 2 cancer, a lot of people are, you know, they can go into remission. They can, you know, they treat them and they can go into remission. Now, when you're talking stage 4, that's almost like a death sentence. Yes, life is ups and downs, Wayne. Sometimes it feels like too much. Jocelyn, thank you for coming in, Jocelyn. Jocelyn's got a wonderful channel. She is a good friend and she is supportive. Jocelyn, I haven't been by recently because I have been sick. I have been sick. If you have not connected with Jocelyn, I encourage you to connect with Jocelyn. She's got a very good channel. So as I was saying, sometimes you get lemons and you got to make lemonade. You got to try to make the best out of whatever you can. Walter, thank you for coming in. I'll tell you what, Walter's got a very good channel. I have not watched your latest video, Walter. I've been sick and I haven't really watched anybody's. I've been sleeping. You know I'm sick when I normally sleep 5 to 6 hours a night. If I sleep 12 hours, like if I go to bed, like when this is over, I'm probably going to eat a little something other and then I'm going to go to bed. And I'll get up 2 or 3 times during the night to go pee. But I will tell you, several nights this week, man, I slept 10 to 12 hours. Sound 10 to 12 hours. I slept like the dead. That's how bad I was. And I will tell you. But I will get it back. I will get it back going this weekend, and I will be back posting shout outs on my community wall. I will start watching, giving back playtime. I've got to run a bunch of live streams. You know, I got to support people with their live streams, and that gives them watch hours. Because when I run a live stream, I run the entire stream. And always, here's a few points. Whenever you go onto somebody's channel for a video or for a live stream or for a short or anything, leave them a comment of support. That way they know it was you. Leave them a like. If you go to connect with a new channel, identify yourself as a new friend or a new subscriber. Watch 5 to 6 minutes of a video. Leave a supportive comment and a like. Do that with 2 videos and then allow them time to connect back to you, and hopefully the connection will stick. There is a purge, and the purge is real. And I have been purged on occasion where I will lose. The other thing is, I've had people that watch me say they were, you know, unconnected to me, that they were no longer connected to me. Well, they didn't do it. And I've had channels that I follow. I don't know how many times I've had to resubscribe to Uncle Al. I mean, the last 3-4 years, I've had to subscribe to him probably a dozen or more times, but when, you know, something happens. And he can tell you stories. Country Girl, thank you for coming in. Country Girl, I am subscribed to you, and you do have a blue wrench. You're at 293 subscribers, 43 videos. Julie West, okay. So, Julie West. I can't keep track of all, the different this, that, and the other. I can't remember. I'm still sometimes, I still use the wrong name with my paraprofessionals. I got 2 paraprofessionals now. And today, I referred to one of them by the wrong name, but she was quick to correct me. And it was not intentional. It's just, I'm an old man, It was not intentional. So Julie West, thank you for being here. Benoit Vlog Creation, thank you for coming in. But I need to up my game. I've got to up my game and up my watch hours. And I mean, I know what I need to do. I just need to do it. It takes a little time. You build up a following, and you can lose a following. And I have to support my following, and then I have to add to it. As I grow in number of subscribers, I'm now over 1,400. I have to keep building on my momentum. But then the other thing, and there are going to be some folks that are going to have a harsh reality, because usually I have twice the number of people that come in here and they lurk as are respectful and leave me a comment so that I get their watch time. They come in, they have standard moderator that I give it to most people. They come in, they lurk. Gray Man Prepping, thank you for coming in. They come in, they lurk. And I get no view time from them. But then they get the benefit of coming in and poaching, or I call it poaching because if they're doing the up and up, God bless you, I'm happy for you. But when you come in under the table, lurking around and connecting to channels, I call that poaching. And I don't have a kindness for poachers. I do not have a kindness for poachers. So I'm going to be going through and reviewing who I've given standard moderator to, and I'm going to pull a bunch of standard moderators. I just haven't done it. I need to go in on my laptop and I need to do it. I need to pull it up and I need to. And if you're not somebody, and see, I keep track of who comes in because I write it down and I put it in my journal. And I'll go through and I'll look. And if you're somebody that normally comes in and participates and leaves comments and such, hey, you're going to keep your standard moderator for the rest of your life. But if you're one of those people that I haven't seen you in here for 2-3 weeks, and I bet you're coming on, I'm pulling that. And then you're going to have to beg, borrow, and steal to ever. So I'm giving people an opportunity. So those of you who are there lurking, you better pop up and give me a thumbs up and a kind word. And I'm just, that's not a threat, that's just a piece of advice. And I do understand why some channels do not want to give standard moderator out. They don't want to give somebody standard moderator. But then I've talked to them, and I've talked to a few people into giving me standard moderator. So look, I'm going to be respectful when I go on your channel. I'm going to be supportive. I mean, I give you view time. I mean, I would like to occasionally, if I see somebody there that I'm not connected to, trying to figure out how to link to a channel that you can't, trying to research, you're trying to go back through and look up a channel to try to find it. and there may be 5 or 6 different channels with similar names, you know, or close to. I mean, that's a pain in the butt. Even when I go trying to link a channel on one of my posts, sometimes I have a heck of a time trying to. I actually have to go into my subscriptions and scroll down to figure out what am I missing that I can't, you know, it won't connect it. You know, when I go at and whatever, it won't connect it. So I have to go back, and that takes time. It really does. Well, I will tell you this: the only good snake's a dead snake, and I've killed some, and my family's killed some, and you know, you can use a hoe out in the garden, get rid of them, just cut the head off. Damn thing, the body keeps moving after you cut the head off. That's what's creepy. Crossover Paranormal Society, thank you for coming in. $20 in the house, 28 likes. Always remember, when you come in, leave a like. When you go onto somebody's channel, always say hello. Be respectful. Leave supportive comments. Let them know you care. Yes, my father carried a Colt revolver, 6-shot Colt. He had a 4-inch blued coat, and he'd wear it on a gun belt, you know, old West style gun belt, and he'd always have ammunition in the back, you know. David Boss. Let me see, David. Looks like you're a relatively new channel. I'm going to put a link up to your channel. Everybody, I encourage you to reach out to David Boss. I put a link to his channel. Sweet Caroline 168. Thank you for coming in. Bus Stop, there's a channel you can reach out to. Go to that link. That I put up. You need to support those who support you. You need to show your best support to your friends. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Remember the golden rule: do unto others as you've had others do unto you. I've got channels that will tell me that I am their best supporter, from the standpoint of the number of videos I watch, the support that I give them, the postings I do. I'm shouting them out on my community wall 2-3 times a week, and they appreciate that, so they support me back. It's mutual. You got to develop a mutual support society. Danger Dale, thanks for coming in, Danger Dale. Danger Dale, if you have not left me a like, I'd like to get that number 30. Will help me out. Thank you. And please hit the like button. Thank you, Uncle Al. We have to sometimes remind people to use their manners. WD Glock and Roll, thank you for coming in. WD Glock and Roll. So as I was saying, thank you, Old Fart. You know, there are a bunch of channels that use the name Old Fart, so whenever I want to look for Old Fart Gaming to put him on my community wall to do a post or whatever, I have to put 2023 because of the number of Old Fart Gamings. That's a very popular name. Excuse me, I am very tired. 14 in the house. So I've got a premiere tomorrow, 7 p.m. It's going to be about 20 minutes long. Afterwards, I plan on going live for a little while and basically talk about it. I did let the 1,300 subscriber, I did let the winner, I did congratulate the winner. They know who they are. I have not talked to the 1,400 subscriber, so you still are in the running. If you're one of those 42, you're in the running on that one. So I hope that all these folks that do not have power, their eyes open up and they see, one of the things about the power going out, if the power goes out with the waterworks, a lot of times it will basically contaminate the water. So then your drinking water that you get out of the tap will not be safe. You know, that will happen. The sewer system will not be working, so you could back up. That competent Camp Pet family compound. Oh God, I'm really out of it today. Thank you, Gil. I hope that they've got plenty of drinking water. Bottles of drinking water, cases of drinking water, gallons of drinking water. I hope they've got plenty of food. It'd be nice if they had laid in a few cases of MREs. You know, I can tell you can get some good prices on them if you know what to look for. And I hope they have freeze-dried food that they can basically heat up. You know, boil water. Hope they have a means to boil water. It's not expensive, you know. Being able to boil water is not expensive. I'm sorry if you're losing signal. 15 in the house, 30 likes. At least that's what I'm showing. Take care, Uncle Al. Yeah, if you're in a low spot on the line, I mean, I know a lot of people who live. They say they're prepping. They live in an apartment. They're in a 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom apartment. And they're prepping. Well, what's going to happen when the grid is down for weeks at a time, and most of these people surrounding you have not been prepping, and they're going to be running around looking for food and looking for water and looking for, and then be maybe semi-organized, and some of them may be armed. And if they find out, or if they know anything about you, that you have some food, guess who's coming on knocking on your door? Well, that's good. I'm glad you're in a better position, Walter. See, a lot of people out in the boonies, you got water wells. I got a water well. Now it's not really, it's hard water. It's not a deep well. You'd have to really do some serious, treatment for it. But it would be okay to like bathe in, to water the yard, the garden or whatever. But it's not you would not want to be drinking that water. And we used to have a septic system, but now we've got city, and the septic system's no longer, it's no longer functional. We got city line now. Yeah, I feel a little better. Danger Dale, gotta go. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I will try to. Email me your phone number and I'll give you a call. I'll text you first, make sure it's okay to talk, and then I'll give you a call this weekend if you'd like to talk. Yes. For one thing, you get a septic system, it needs to be designed for what sort of usage it's going to have. If you got a family of 4, and you have, and I'm not doing this myself. I mean, I'm too old and I can't do it anymore, but I know how to do it. But you want to design your septic system for capacity beyond what you're going to use it for. So in other words, if you anticipate you got 4 people using, that are using the facilities on a regular basis, then you want to build your septic system to be able to handle like maybe 8 people on a regular basis. And you got a leach field, and you've got, and then as Wayne said, you've got to treat it on a regular basis. You got to treat it to keep the bacteria and keep the stuff going, to basically, to deal with the poop, And honestly, a lot of people will have their systems pumped out about twice a year. About every 6 months, they'll have a service come over and pump out their system, out in the. And some people say, well, I'll never have to do that. Well, great. If you never have to have it done, then that's great. Yes. 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 Walter, I wish we lived. There's so many people that I wish I lived closer to. I mean, we'd be good friends. We'd probably get together, do a little barbecuing, and spend a little time together occasionally. The closest person that I know that I would probably like to spend a little time with is Lee, and he's up in Austin, and he's a couple hours north of me. He's up north of Austin, probably 2.5 hours north of me. One of these days, I hope to get together with him. Yes. Yes. It's a good thing. Every couple of months. Well, I just started working. I can't afford to take any time off, you know. You know, I will tell you this. When you go back to work, you're on probation. So, you know, I'm on probation for the first year. I got to be a good boy. I've got to basically shine so that they want me back next year. You know, and after the first year, then you can get like a continuing, you know, or you know, you can get a contract. You know, you're on probation that first year. But honestly, I don't want to be anywhere in the Northeast. I don't want, you know, if I went up there, I would probably get myself in trouble because I might get pulled over for driving too slow, and then they see, what are you doing with all those arms in your car, you know, whatever. It's like, and then they want to probably arrest me because I'm transporting, you know, an arsenal, or I wouldn't be transporting an arsenal, but I would probably have a couple of, you know, I'd have some protection with me. I'm joking, you know, of course. But some of these places, like that are blue, you know, they want to treat you like you're a criminal. You know, it's like, well, guns are for the military. You know, they're only for the military, and maybe for the police. They're certainly not for civilians. Why would a civilian want a gun? Please. And I'm making fun right now, but I mean, I'm old school. You know, I'm a boomer. You know, I thank those who serve. I thank first responders. I thank law enforcement for their service. They're risking their lives, you know. I see somebody wearing a veteran's cap. I thank them for their service. I mean, so many people have given their lives for our country, and a lot of people don't care, you know. Okay, Pennsylvania's okay. Look who you have in the Senate. You've got, you know, Lurch. Ooh. The man cannot speak a coherent word. You know, he's representing your He's representing your state. I'd be embarrassed to, you know, and I'm not saying Dr. Oz was a great guy, but I mean, at least he had his brain, you know. I mean, look at some of the people we have in Congress right now in leadership positions. You got Pelosi's what, 82, 83 years old. McConnell's like 81. Then you got the president who's past 80. You've got all these people in leadership positions that, I mean, they're just. And then there's that Senator Feinstein. She's like past 90 out in California. I mean, you got these people in positions, it's like they have the position for life. And what did they do with it? Well, you know, all I'm saying, if you want to argue that the election had issues, how many people voted in the election? And then how many registered voters were there? And if you had several million more people vote than registered voters, big red flag. And then you had one of these ultra uber leftist tech people, one of the richest people in the world, who donated over $400 million in the election. And it went specifically to certain areas Where'd that $400 million come from? Where did it go? What did they do with $400 million? You know? I mean, to me, that was a big red flag. I mean, voting machines be damned. That was a big red flag. I'd want to know. You know, a Republican needs to get elected president. You know, I grew up, we were Democrats. You know, but the party is no longer the Democratic Party. You know, the party is now like socialist. I don't want to overly get into politics right now. I don't feel that well, but I mean, I will voice my opinion, you know, and my opinion might offend a few folks. So I'm feeling better. Hopefully one more good night's sleep. Tomorrow I've got the premiere at 7. I'll go live after the premiere. I'll put a post up on my community wall about going live after the premiere tomorrow to let people know. This weekend I'm going to put a lot of effort in to try to get caught up. I'll post a lot of channels on my community wall. I'll live stream Saturday and I'll live stream Sunday at 7 p.m. And I appreciate everybody who supports me. I support those who support me. I'm here for my friends. I appreciate those who treat me well. I treat people the way I want to be treated. If I can help you, I will. If I can help you grow your channel, I will help you grow your channel. You know, if your channel is stagnated a little bit where, you know, you're past 1,000 but you're just not growing, I can give you some ideas on how to pep it up. North Coast Railroad, thank you for coming in, North Coast. Bob 942, thank you for coming in, Bob 942. Right now, it's basically been my, what did you catch from the Jeremy school kids? They say that the latest version, and you know, I hadn't been to the doctor. You know, I hadn't been to the doctor. They say that the latest version of the coronavirus is floating around, you know, the latest version. And it's like a bad cold, you know. Maybe, you know, maybe it affects people's stomachs, you know, and you feel weak and get a little fever. So I'm pretty sure I got whatever I got. It's run its course pretty much. I'm feeling better. I mean, the energy level has to pick back up, but I'm doing better. Dustin W. Let's see who Dustin W is. Dustin, thank you for coming in. Let me look at your channel. Dustin does not have any subscribers, and Dustin is not a creator, but I'm going to link Dustin's. I'm going to link him on the stream. That's a link to Dustin's channel. Well, I tell you, I have never had a corona shot. I've never had a vax. You know, the president's had four sticks. He still got corona. The first lady had 3 sticks. She still got corona. I've got friends, you know, that have had 3 or 4 sticks, and they've had corona. You know, the coronavirus, the vaccine was basically created to deal with the original virus. It's like the flu. It mutates over time, and they have to work on the cocktail and adjust it to make it more effective against the newer versions. I mean, it's not brain science. It's not like brain surgery or anything. It's just common sense. But if they're still putting out the same stuff, do you think it's going to work? I will tell you, if you've got a main channel, and it's got a good amount of subscribers and you put out videos, don't come to me if I don't know you with a backup channel that doesn't have anything on it, wanting a standard moderator so you can go in and start linking onto your main channel. That's not the way to be. You don't do that. If anybody was doing that, I would not be appreciative. And that's why I sometimes like, bing, red flag. Well, I mean, I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube because they were shadow banning and locking channels down when they said something that they didn't like about the what. I don't want to be in that situation. I've worked real hard the last 8 months to get my channel where it is now, and I don't want them doing something to me. Even though I put my hand in the Bible and swear what I'm saying is the truth, because I mean it's out there. It's out there. People know. People know. I mean, I'm starting to see people wear these little surgical style masks again. They're not filtered masks. And they think that's going to help them when it comes to, avoiding viruses. What I would tell people is, well, let's look at it like this. So you pass a public restroom and it smells really bad, and you've got that mask on, and you can smell the stink coming out of that bathroom because it hasn't been cleaned. Do you think that mask is blocking any viruses if you can smell what's in there? I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just, and I will say that to somebody who might not be the brightest person in the world, and you can see a little light go on, like ding, and they start, like when their eyes get like woo, and it's like that with kids. It's like that with kids. I've been seeing a lot of stuff about the fire that happened out in Hawaii. 450 bodies that they've found so far. There's still a lot missing. 450 bodies. Yeah, I would wear a bandana over my head when I go outside to cover my bald head. Also sweat rag type thing. I understand. And yeah, they want you to have that. We got immigrants coming in and illegals coming in. They're not making them get the jab. They're accepting them in. They want citizens to have the jab. Why is that? And I mean, you got some of these blue cities that are just crying like you would not believe because these immigrants are coming up there to some of these big cities and they can't handle. They don't have the money to handle it, and they're showing up, and they're just parking out there and they're crying. They want tax money. They want help. Blah blah blah. Well, what about stopping them from coming in? We can't take the whole world inside the United States. We can't take the world's population inside. We're being swamped right now, and it's affecting our own culture. Our culture is being subverted. And as far as Hispanic society, my wife's Hispanic, my daughter's half and half. I have nothing against. I love Hispanic society, but I'm an American. I'm a Texan. You know, Spanish is the second language. It's not the first language. Second. Got to think about that. Yeah, it takes a long time. It takes a long time to develop a vaccine. It takes a long time, you know. And I'm sure what they rushed out was not ready. And it was not completely effective. Yeah, I know it does nothing, Wayne. I shake my head at people. I shake my head. You know. And I mean, sometimes I talk to people and just makes them mad. You can tell somebody, it just makes them mad. You get them mad at you. It's not worth it. You know. And some things are depressing. Some things are just depressing. You just get depressed. Yeah, you need a mask that will basically filter to 3 microns. That will filter down to 3 microns. That's true. A lot of the N95 masks are not effective. I mean, they're just defective, especially you get them out of China. Um, Another thing, you can get a virus, it can enter through your eyes. So you better be having some goggles that are sealed because the virus can enter through your eyes. If you didn't know that, look it up. And I've talked to doctors. I've talked to multiple doctors. And I've asked them questions and they'll smile at you and they'll admit, it's about compliance. Compliance. Yeah, they don't do anything. They don't. So again, I will say, tomorrow I've got my premiere of my 1,300 subscriber giveaway. It's about 20 minutes long. Afterwards, I will go live. I'm going to go live Saturday and Sunday at 7 p.m. When I go live, it's at 7 p.m. in the evening. And I will be posting it on my community wall. This weekend, I've got 3 days off. Hopefully, I'll be feeling a lot better. My energy will be up and I will start working on my channel again. And I apologize for those of you who have left me comments and such that I have not responded to. I am so sorry, but I have been swamped. And I'm also way behind on viewing and supporting my friends. I really am. I have run some playlists earlier in the week and I have not, they've run, but I have not left comments or likes. But I gave view time to people. So I practice the Boy Scout motto, be prepared. I believe in being prepared for whatever comes your way. If you can prepare for it, it'll make it easier to deal with it. Always be prepared. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Learn from other people's mistakes. Keep your eyes open, your ears open. Watch and learn. Let somebody else make a mistake and learn from it. See what happens. That's not to say you won't make your own mistakes, but you can also learn when other people make mistakes if you're paying attention. And always tell people to have a blessed day. You know, life is good. For the most part, life is good. And it is what it is. But if you put forth effort, pray daily, thank the Lord, and so I've been here about 76 minutes, got 15 in the house, 35 likes. I will be back tomorrow with my live stream at 7. I will go live afterwards. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for your kind words, your understanding. Everybody, have a blessed day. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and close down the live stream. Thank you.